You're watching the SEC on ESPN. Midweek brings an in-state rivalry to Kimry Family Stadium in Norman. In fact, it is the final midweek home game this season for the 14th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners. And the top team from the Summit League, the Oral Roberts Golden Eagles. They've made the drive down the turnpike on kind of a breezy, chilly evening at Kimry Family Stadium. These two teams met March 31st up in Tulsa at the home of the Golden Eagles. Sooners won that one 4-0. Rematch and revenge perhaps for ORU tonight. Great to be alongside Blake Brewster. I'm Chad McKee. Both these teams playing good baseball these days. Sooners have won 5 out of 6, including their last 2 SEC weekend series. And ORU is 14-1 in the Summit League. What's going so well for these teams?
I think the Golden Eagles have just found the right approach to the plate. The team offense has just boosted. The OBP has been up to 370. It's pretty good for a team. Opposingly, the Sooners have done a nice job. They finally found out what their starting rotation looks like. And they got some home runs as well this weekend. The power's there.
They did find their power stroke against Missouri in that sweep here in Norman over the weekend. Sooners, in fact, had 13 extra base hits, 7 home runs, 4 in the opener back on Friday afternoon. Where did this power stroke come from, Blake?
I think it comes once a year, right? They finally found a nice job taking advantage of pitches out over the middle of the plate, and they're just elevating now.
In fact, Brendan Brock has had a very good year, but Dayton LaChance has found his power stroke. He's homered 3 times in his last 6 games for the Sooners. Golden Eagles, we mentioned the loss to Oklahoma. That was March 31st. They've won 9 of 11 games since then. What's been behind this good April hot streak?
I think it's the bats. They've collectively woken up. They're playing a great brand of baseball right now. The defense have kind of cleaned up, but mostly not relying so much on Makani Tanaka.
4-0 win for the Sooners the first time these two teams met. Michael Catalano was the winning pitcher. He toes the rubber again to start this one, and with more on the Sooners starter, here is Carly Murray.
He just needs to be the best version of himself and not worry about the outcome. That's what Oklahoma's head coach Skip Johnson told us pregame. And Catalano's best version of himself was actually the last time they played ORU. He threw 5 innings of two-hit ball and 7 strikeouts. Chad, it's been really great to see Catalano's development as the midweek starter this season.
Yeah, both the 5 innings pitched and the 7 strikeouts, career highs for Michael Catalano. This is one of those midweek games, though, Blake, and it feels like both of these staffs are probably going to go fairly deep into the bullpens here tonight. Would you agree with me?
Absolutely. I think both coaches want to score 10 runs and not have to worry about it, right?
These two teams, of course, have conference series coming up. ORU has a 4-game series this weekend, including a doubleheader that they're going to play on Friday. And Oklahoma has a big 3-game set at Auburn this weekend. Midweek action, though, between these teams. 89th all-time meeting between these in-state rivals. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike to Will Edmondson. Edmondson, one of those who's been on a recent uptick for Ryan Fulmer and the Golden Eagles. That pitch a little bit upstairs. Look at the lineup tonight for ORU. Edmondson, Summit League Player of the Week this past week. Homer and 6 runs driven in their sweep of South Dakota State. This one ripped right back out into left center field. Base hit for Edmondson. He'll take a turn and stop there at first base, so it's a leadoff single. Golden Eagles managed only 4 hits in the first meeting between these two teams. Catalano really had them tied up, but they have to be encouraged by seeing that base hit from Will Edmondson.
Absolutely. 1-1 count, variable, sits on a slider, 86 right over the middle, doesn't do too much with it.
Here's Makani Tanaka, as you mentioned. He kind of carried this team offensively for about the first half of the season, putting up good numbers. And then as they've gotten into Summit League play, the other bats have joined him. First pitch is in there from Michael Catalano. What's key for Catalano? What's his pitch assortment? What needs to work well for him tonight?
It's fastball, slider. He'll mix in a cutter and a changeup to left-handers as well, but it's mostly just commanding the zone. I think when we saw him up in Tulsa a couple weeks ago against these Golden Eagles, that's what he was commanded, just finding a way to get guys out and off balance.
Big swing there by Tanaka. Chapman Park there where the Golden Eagles play. Wind blows in from the south on a regular basis. Much different from what we have here at Kimry Family Stadium, where the typical wind is from the south, as it is tonight, and it blows out. It's a really odd-feeling weather night. Do you agree?
It's almost like, do I want to pull over, do I not? You know, short sleeve too much.
Swing and a miss there by Tanaka. First strikeout for Catalano. Yeah, typically when you get a cool night this time of the year in Oklahoma, it's because we have a north wind, which we don't have.
Right. You see the fastball up from Catalano. It's another good out pitch. He mixed in the slider in that at bat as well. Good job getting a good hitter in Tanaka.
7 strikeouts when he met ORU back on March the 31st. No walks. Has his first strikeout here tonight. Vailele Kane Yates, the catcher, takes a strike. He didn't play in the first meeting between these teams. He has been banged up a lot this year for ORU. He's a senior, transfer from Yavapai Junior College out in Arizona. And the injury list is lengthier than Ryan Fulmer and the Golden Eagles would like it to be on this veteran catcher. Shoulder injury to start with. Then a play against Dallas Baptist, he took a spike to the face, chipped a tooth, and then in practice, re-injured the shoulder. But they are happy to have him, veteran presence, handling the pitching staff as well. He's in a hole 0-2, though, against Catalano.
Yeah, just a veteran guy, 313 on the year, 3 homers, obviously got some pop, can drive in the runs as well. Important bat for the Golden Eagles to have in their lineup.
Dayton LaChance doing the catching, trying to frame that one up for Michael Catalano. At 5 innings that he gave the Sooners in the midweek start, that was one of the longest midweek starts that Oklahoma's had in 3 or 4 years. It has been a Johnny Holstaff approach in that midweek game for Skip Johnson and the Sooners for several years. We'll see how long Catalano goes tonight. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Kane Yates. Did he go around? Not even an appeal granted. Plate umpire Matt McKendry said, "Nope, I don't need an appeal."
That's so tough, man. It's hard to call balls and strikes and see if he goes around on the plate. I'm always for an appeal. Just check down your first base umpire and see if we swung.
There's ball 4. So Catalano got out in front, but now gives up the walk to Vailele Kane Yates. Runners at first and second and 1 gone for the cleanup man, Martell Davis, who's been one of the hottest hitters on this team. And that was the thing that Catalano did not do in the first meeting between these teams. Didn't issue a walk in 5 innings. Martell Davis is from just down the road in Seminole, Oklahoma, down Highway 9 from Norman to the east. Went to Varnum High School. He's after that first pitch.
That's your neck of the woods, isn't it?
Fairly close.
Shawnee, right?
Shawnee,
okay.
yeah. Kind of the Tri-City area.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not so much.
Metropolis of Varnum and
Shawnee, Tecumseh, just to the east of Norman. 1-1 the count here on Martell Davis. Such a veteran lineup that ORU has. You talk to Skip Johnson, say, what's this ORU team like? Veteran. They're an old ball club. But what's crazy about it, in the changing landscape of college baseball, remember Oklahoma went to the championship game of the College World Series in 2022. 1 year later, ORU went. Ryan Fulmer took them to Omaha in 2023. So that's 3 seasons ago. They have 1 player off of that team still on this team. And the Sooners don't have anybody from 2022.
It's incredible.
One-two pitch. Counts all square. 92 on the fastball from Catalano.
That's what you get from ORU, right? They're always a veteran team. They're always a tough opponent on the road or at home even. They're always going to be in a regional. They were here in 2024.
That's right. They came to Norman. And not out of the realm of possibility that, Oklahoma try to put itself in position to host a regional, as you said they did in 2024. A couple of years later, you look at the Sooners' RPI, it's 17, pretty good. Still 4 SEC series to go, but heck, you could see these 2 teams in Norman in a regional again this year. Never know. There's ball 4 low, so it's back-to-back walks issued by Catalano after he got out in front of both Kane Yates and Davis. He couldn't finish the deal, and so his catcher Dayton LaChance is out here for a visit. See anything, Blake?
Not necessarily. Seem like these pitches are competitive in my mind. You're still one pitch away here. You got one out in the inning, bases loaded. You got a ground ball, you get 2 outs.
And Oklahoma's been one of the best defensive teams in the SEC. In fact, in SEC play, they've turned 19 double plays in 18 games. And that is the most double plays turned in conference play. Bases full, only 1 gone. And Kelly is after that first pitch.
It's one thing to field it right, but you got to pitch to it. Can't be scared of contact, especially in these situations, right? You'll trade an out for a run right here all day long. You're early in the game. Got to be confident in what you're trying to.
0-2 the count. Cooper Kelly is out of Overland Park, Kansas, Blue Valley Southwest High School, and then played at Kansas. Was there last year, got into 17 games. It's one thing that ORU has done a very good job over the years. Found those players who maybe didn't get as much playing time at a higher Division I level, and they accommodate them in Tulsa in this program. Goes after a high fastball. Big strikeout there for Michael Catalano, his second strikeout.
It goes back to the elevated fastball, gets above the hands of Cooper Kelly here. Big punch out with the bases loaded.
And so here is Cooper Combs. Cooper Kelly followed by Cooper Combs. Combs is out of Fayetteville, Arkansas. He also came in from Kansas, but that was 2 years ago. This is his second season at ORU. A base hit, 2 walks, but Catalano trying to get out unscathed. 1-1, 93-mile-per-hour fastball. And 1-1 is a little bit upstairs. Some changes out there for Oklahoma tonight. Connor Larkin getting the start down at first base. Brendan Brock is out in left. Desan Harris, who's just been on a tear, is in center field tonight. Freshman Alec Blair is in right. This one is well hit, high and deep to left field. Brendan Brock is back. This ball is gone. It's a grand slam for Cooper Combs. And ORU grabs a quick 4-0 lead in the top of the first inning. A 2-out blast to straightaway left. Certainly the wind helped a little bit as he got that ball elevated, but it got out of here pretty quickly, Blake.
Yeah, this is an advantage count, 2-1. See the location of this fastball he gets. Right at the belt, does a nice job elevating to the pull side, just letting the wind take it out. Great swing, Cooper Combs.
So the walks indeed come back to haunt Catalano as Cooper Combs makes him pay with his 6th home run of the year. He's driven in 24 runs. And Oral Roberts now in 10 innings of baseball has scored for the first time against Oklahoma this year. The Sooners won 4-0 up in Tulsa. This one is a tailing fly ball right at the right fielder Alec Blair to end the inning. But the damage done. 2 hits, one of them a grand slam from Cooper Combs, and the Golden Eagles have the lead after a half inning. Cooper Combs with a grand slam to get ORU out to this 4-0 start. Here's a look at the Oklahoma lineup that Reggie Willits and Skip Johnson throw out there tonight. Jackson Willits in the leadoff spot for the first time this season. And then Brendan Brock, the red-hot Camden Johnson, who had 4 hits, including a pair of home runs in the Missouri series over the weekend. Dayton LaChance there, batting cleanup. He's got 3 home runs in his last 6 games. And then some guys who don't play a ton in Nolan Stevens and Connor Larkin down there getting a start at first base and in the number 9 spot. There's Brendan Asher. He was the starting and losing pitcher the first time these two teams met, but he's been good. He's a sophomore from Bartlesville, Oklahoma, 6-foot right-hander.
Yeah, 6.06 ERA on the year, 4-0 record. Got 5 appearances, 5 starts, giving up 20 hits on 11 earned runs, 3 walks to 22 strikeouts.
And in that meeting between these teams, he went 3 innings, gave 3 hits and 3 earned runs, gave up an early home run to Brendan Brock. And Brendan Brock's going to bat second here in this inning. Here's Jackson Willits. As we said, first time he's been up in the leadoff spot. His dad Reggie putting him up there here tonight. First meeting between these teams, he did not play because he was celebrating the birth of his first child. He and his wife Abigail welcoming Gracie Kate there the day before, which was March the 30th, and so Dad took a day off. Watched his teammates come up with that 4-0 win. 0-1 pitch, driven, turns on this one. Down the right field line it goes, a long run. It's going to land just foul as Will Edmondson scoots over and watches it bounce. And I think Jackson Willits may want them to take a look at this. Yeah, he's signaling, let's have a look at that thing. It's the first base umpire, John Brammer, looking down the line at it. But I will say this, Jackson had just about as good a look at it. He was right there at the first base bag when that ball landed.
Right.
And now here comes Skip. He says, let's have a look at this thing.
I think he was wanting the crew to challenge this, but he's going to have to waste one here.
Previous play is under review. Third foul is being challenged by Oklahoma.
So it is a challenge. It is not the crew-initiated review. They will go and have a look at it. Where are they going to put him if they do call it fair? First or second base?
I think it's assumed, right? That's a tough one for me. I don't know. Let's take another look at this. John Brammer getting heavily down the line. Stops, settles his feet here. Gonna need to slow it down, get a good look at it. That's close.
Man.
You can see the beads coming up off the white line.
You know, I say this, if you're a fan of old school grass and dirt, this is a turf field.
This is one of those ones.
If that's chalked, we have no doubt. You're going
Right.
to see the powder fly. But on these turf fields, you're at the discretion of Hawkeye and the video replay systems. I don't know, Blake. That's it looks like it lands on the line to me.
But Brammer's right on it.
He
right?
is. That's the one thing about him. I mean, he is close, doing his job out there. And Skip Johnson and everybody looking up at the video board out there. Skip's team coming off the sweep of Missouri. You know, what excites you most about a sweep? And he just said wins.
Yeah.
They are
Well, you blinked
not
in there.
easy to come by. But you're right. They've kind of flipped things here the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Right. You blink and they're 10-8 in SEC conference play. Talking about in the hosting picture now.
That's right.
Stuff like that.
Sooners are in a 5-way tie for 4th in the SEC. But, man, how about the road that you have left? Host Florida after they go to Auburn this weekend. You host Florida. You go to Arkansas, and then you play Tennessee. That series, I should say, is going to be played at the Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark at Oklahoma City. So
let's get one more look at this. I don't know if there's anything to overturn that. Everything's going to be on the call on the field.
All right, let's hear what we got.
The call on the field with foul is remaining foul. Oklahoma has 1 challenge remaining.
Okay, so it's going to stand foul ball. I don't know, maybe what you said, Blake, they didn't have just a concrete view of it. That's the first base umpire, John Brammer, who's the crew chief tonight. Went and had a look at it. So it is ruled a foul ball, and Oklahoma has one challenge remaining. 0-2 pitch from Asher to Willits.
It's a good changeup on the outside corner, expanding the zone, trying to get Willis to chase. Can go anything here, 1-2.
Kind of in on his hands with that fastball. Willits able to fight it off. Jackson Willits, such a mature player. You know, Skip Johnson says he's been that way since he arrived, with the maturity coming from his dad, Reggie, and his playing days in the big leagues and coaching in the bigs. This pitch is outside, so 2-2 here to Jackson Willits. Batting .304, 3 home runs, 30 runs batted in. And a full count now.
We talk about Oklahoma's road and their SEC, but the Golden Eagles will not get 2 games of conference play back this year.
Yeah.
They're 14-1, right? They went up to North Dakota, had 3 games canceled. They'll only get 1 of those games back. Kind of an interesting setup they got going on there in the Summit League.
Yeah, that was right before Oklahoma. In fact, it was the weekend before Oklahoma went to ORU. They had just had that situation where they go to Fargo and don't get to play at all. Now, they do get to make up one of those games this weekend, so that's why they're playing 4 games this weekend, are the Golden Eagles. Willits draws the leadoff walk, so the Sooners trying to respond after the Golden Eagles got a Cooper Combs grand slam in the top of the first inning. First pitch is a strike to Brendan Brock, homered in the first meeting between these teams. And Brendan Brock just having an excellent year, leads the Sooners in home runs, runs driven in, and hits. Ultra athletic player. Can play him all over the field. Comes up empty on that fastball. Hit his 9th home run of the year this past Sunday. And 22 of 23 in the stolen base department. One and two to Brendan Brock, the junior college transfer, Southwest Illinois Community College. Foul tip hung onto, though, by the catcher, Vailele Kane Yates. And a strikeout for Brendan Asher for the first out of the first.
Just overpowers the fastball on right there. Gets Brock on his heels. Nice pitch by Asher.
Showed you the numbers just a moment ago on Camden Johnson. Had 2 homers in the Missouri series. Also had a triple over the weekend. In SEC play, he's driven in 24 runs. That is the second most of any player during conference play. And he was one of the several Sooners who came down with the stomach virus when they were on their last road trip. Sooners made that road trip to Nashville to take on Vanderbilt.
That barbecue will get you sometimes, man. It really will.
Unlike the two of us, he doesn't need to drop any LBs.
Doesn't need it.
Certainly hasn't impacted his power stroke.
He had a grand slam in that series as well, right?
Yes, he did. Just got a piece of that one. 0-2. He's hit grand slams. He's hit an inside the park home run this year. The kinds of guys that Skip Johnson and Todd Butler really seek to fit the offensive attack here at Oklahoma. A lot of speed and some power. And just more than anything, athleticism, right?
Right. Just a really good mix, dynamic, right? The John Spikermans of the world, the Jackson Nicklases of the world that kind of fit that Oklahoma mold. They just try to keep replicating those guys year in and year out.
Peyton Grahams.
Peyton Grahams.
Swing and a miss. So a couple of strikeouts after the walk.
Now batting for the Sooners, your catcher number 48, Jake.
It's a really good slider by Brendan Asher. See Caden Johnson trying to stay back on it, just right off balance. Good pitch.
Sooner power numbers have been up recently. One big reason has been this big bat, Dayton LeChance, 3 homers in his last 6 games. Wind blowing out here at Kimry Family Stadium tonight. Already seen a grand slam hit by Cooper Combs of ORU. I have a feeling that's not the only home run we will see tonight. What say you?
Yeah, it's blowing out a 15, 20-mile-an-hour clip steadily.
The air's a little heavy, so the ball's not carrying like typically what you see when there's a south wind in April in this ballpark.
Yeah, when it's, 85 degrees and we're blowing out at 20, you'll see balls going off the berm, stuff like that.
But make no mistake about it, it's going to carry. Strike at the letters there to Dayton LeChance. 1-1 to the catcher for the Sooners tonight. Got a 9-game hitting streak going, and he's batting .364 over the course of that hitting streak. Try that slider again on him, and LeChance was able to foul it off.
It's kind of a matter of time for this kid, right? Big, athletic, long levers.
Yeah, nobody lost faith in him. He just kept plugging away, doing his thing. And, as we said, once you hit one, the floodgates can open for this guy.
Right. It's like seeing a free throw go in, maybe a layup, you get that feel for it. Just start coming.
That's whacked foul down the left field line and just out of play. That ball looks lonely underneath that tree.
I would say so.
Hope somebody goes to retrieve it.
Just got hit really hard, so it's probably pouting a little bit, don't you think, Chad?
That looks like me on the golf course. Do I get a club length here?
Nah, play it as it lies.
Winter rules.
Guys like you kill me. Play it down.
I'll play it any way I can play it.
I know you will. I know. Me too. I'm just that. I don't know.
This one is hit high again, foul down the left field line, and not playable once again for Cooper Combs. Willett's leadoff walk in the inning. Oh, we got we retrieved the baseball up there on the berm.
What are we doing with it?
That's the same young man that we showed in our opening shot tonight. He's had a busy evening. I don't know what I'm hiding it, tucking it away.
Looking for another one? I don't have one, guys. Give me a ball. Give me a ball, guys.
LeChance takes this one downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. '89th meeting between these two teams. Each one on the other's home field a season ago. Jackson Willits really hasn't shown any signs that he's going, but he is here. The pitch is a good one to throw. It's a one-hop throw, and the tag is applied by the second baseman, Martell Davis. 2 strikes on the batter there, Dayton LeChance. And Willits is caught stealing to finish the first. 4-0 Golden Eagles on top as we move to the second in Norman. Golden Eagles on top early here, 4-0. Top of the second coming your way. This is the line score and the summary from the first meeting between the teams up at Chapman Park in Tulsa. Sooners winning that one 4-0. Big night for Brendan Brock. 3-run home run that got Oklahoma off to that start. Similar to what we saw Cooper Combs do for ORU tonight.
Yeah, you had Weslowski going 3 innings pitched, 5 Ks. Edmondson 2 for 4, 2 singles. Another strong bat for our Eagles tonight as well.
Keaton Campbell leads things off. Third baseman batting in the number 8 spot tonight. Michael Catalano back out for the Sooners. No activity in the Oklahoma bullpen. A couple of walks surrendered by Catalano there in the first that led to his undoing. And 1-1 to Keaton Campbell. He's out of Sapulpa, Oklahoma. Spent a couple of years at Cowley County Community College up in Kansas. Keaton Campbell making his 23rd start. Batting .221. Catalano missed a little bit upstairs with that one.
Seems like he's just trying to overpower these guys. You know, you get kind of shell-shocked when you give up the homer. But he was good before that. Just a couple misses here and there, a couple walks in the inning, then you get yourself in trouble.
I thought that was a called strike 3. It was not. And I think Dayton LaChance believed it was also. Instead, a full count here to Keaton Campbell. And he taps that one to the back screen. Oklahoma's starting pitching, as you alluded to over the weekend against Missouri, was just excellent. L.J. Mercurius, good start, 9 strikeouts in 6 innings. And then they sent Cameron Johnson out there for 5 1/3 innings of scoreless ball with 5 strikeouts. And then Cord Rager came back. There's a called strike 3. So he does get rung up, this Keaton Campbell. He had flipped the bat away, was trying to buy the call there of ball 4, but he gets rung up.
You'll see the location on this one. It's a fastball. Might have stole it right there from Dayton LaChance. Nice job bringing that back in. Like we had a ball 4, but got stolen. Good pitch.
That'll bring in the shortstop, Hudson Ellis. Bounces up there. Cord Rager got the start for Oklahoma in the win on Sunday. And he was coming back after missing a couple of games. Right back in there and was good. 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, and no walks. That's pretty sharp after missing a couple with a sore lat. And we're going to visit with Cord Rager, the Sooner freshman, a little bit later on. But Oklahoma's starters have been good. One pitch.
It's kind of what they want, what they saw in the preseason, right? All through the fall, this is what they wanted to do with their starting rotation, right? You see these big guys. You got a 6'6" freshman coming in, throwing 95 from the left side, Cam Johnson. Then you add L.J. Mercurius to the mix. You have really good talent around you. It's just about getting over the hump and letting it happen, right?
Yeah, they all 3 put it together last weekend for the Sooners, and see if that gets the whole thing going for Skip Johnson once again. But with Rager out, the bullpen just did an excellent job. It's essentially they were bullpenning 2 games a week for a couple of weeks. The midweek game and then the 3rd game of each SEC series. And that is just how deep Oklahoma's bullpen has been. And we'll see who all we see out of it tonight, starting with Catalano. There they are, ready. Heated seats, though. I was out there kind of teasing a couple of them. You guys aren't really going to use the heated seats, are you?
Oh, it's on tonight.
Absolutely, they are.
They're sweating out there. They got the lights under there. Just bougie. Look at them. Bougie.
Don't kid yourself. You would be out there as well because you were a part-time pitcher.
Hold on. You got the tall section and the short section, right? You got the long-legged guys on the left-hand side, short-legged guys on the right. It's good.
3-2 pitch fouled out again by Hudson Ellis. Pretty good battle here between the two. Ellis is a transfer from Dallas Baptist, redshirt freshman out of Round Rock, Texas. Ball 4. Third walk issued by Catalano tonight. So the Golden Eagles roll the lineup over to the top for Will Edmondson. Catalano now 3 strikeouts and 3 walks. He's given the 2 hits. The big one, the grand slam by Combs. Edmondson had a base hit his first time up. And there's a fastball for a strike.
If I'm Edmondson, I'm sitting dead red fastball here, just trying to elevate, put my team up 6. Just trying to strike a blow here early in Norman.
Edmondson is from just up the road in Luther, Oklahoma, is home base for him. Spent a year at junior college, Hutchinson Community College, and then in 2024 he was at Arkansas. Didn't play much there, so he went from Fayetteville to Tulsa. Not a very long drive. Transferred to become a Golden Eagle. And this is his second season there. Pitch is low and away, and the throw is a little offline there from Dayton LaChance. Kind of a tough pitch to handle, low and away. And a stolen base for Hudson Ellis.
It's a pretty good jump by Ellis right here. Throw from LaChance is wide. No chance of making this play.
Say that was a tough pitch to handle. Not that difficult. But Ellis is able to move into scoring position. 8 stolen base in 9 tries this year. Strike zone's tight. Time called. Skip Johnson out for a visit with a 2-1 count on Will Edmondson. Catalano hit and miss tonight. 3 strikeouts and 3 walks. A little bit of throwing going on in the bullpen for the Sooners. So look out there. I think Nick Weslowski, right-hander, is getting loose. And the plate umpire, Matt McKendry, is going to come break up the conversation.
Looks like Skip had a few words for him as well.
Yeah, I believe so. 9th season as the head coach in Norman. Sooners making regional appearance after regional appearance. As we mentioned, 2024, they hosted here in Norman, and ORU was in the field in the Norman Regional. And these two teams had been to the College World Series, each of them the 2 prior years. Sooners in 2022, Golden Eagles 2023. Man, what a road, as we were talking about, for Oklahoma. Still left. This is their final home non-conference game. They host Florida next weekend after going to Auburn this weekend. Oklahoma and Auburn, they've played 7 times in the past, but never on the other's home field. Be the first time that they get together on a college campus, that 3-game series. There's ball 4. That's the 4th walk issued here by Catalano. He struck out Keaton Campbell, but walks to Ellis and Edmondson, and Makani Tanaka comes to the plate.
Not necessarily okay with the walk there, but now you induce the double play back again. You got 1 out. You're 1 pitch away. You just got to find a way to limit the damage at this point.
Tanaka struck out his first time. Sends this one foul. Oklahoma starters, we were talking about them over the weekend. The 3 starters combined, L.J. Mercurius, Cord Rager, and Cam Johnson. 22 strikeouts, 1 walk that they surrendered in those 3 starts. Tanaka leads the Golden Eagles in just about everything. Homers, hits, runs driven in, runs scored. Fights that one off, and he's in a hole 0-2 against Catalano. spent a couple of years at Saddleback College, and this is his second at ORU. Oh, 2 is up and in. Another fastball there from Michael Catalano. Throw in behind the runner at second base. That's Ellis. One, 2 to Tanaka. A little upstairs. As you might expect, a good deal of activity around the SEC tonight, midweek games. Run through some of those results as we get a chance here. 2-2 and ball 3. A walk loads them.
Just trying to be too fine. At some point, you can't be as afraid of contact. Just got to find a way to get it over the middle of the plate and let the hitter get himself out.
Bases are loaded. 3 straight walks issued by Michael Catalano. So after the strikeout of Campbell, walks to Ellis, who's at third, Edmondson, who's at second, and Tanaka, who's at first. And Skip Johnson's got to make a move here. He's going to the bullpen with 1 away in the second inning. And the Sooners trailing it 4-0. Grand slam by Cooper Combs in the first. And now Catalano has now issued 5 walks. It'll be a short night for the Sooners starter. We will see Nick Weslowski coming to the mound for the Sooners when we return to Norman. Short night tonight for Michael Catalano, the Sooner starter. Inning in a third, just control issues, 5 walks. Did strike out 3, but he gave up that home run after issuing a couple of walks in the first. So he leaves trailing 4-0. And that'll bring in Nick Weslowski. He also pitched in the first meeting between these two teams, and he was very good. He went 3 innings, 2 hits, had 5 strikeouts in that one.
He's perfect on the year. 8 innings, 2/3, 2.08 ERA. 9 strikeouts and 2 walks. That's what I like to hear. A guy that's in the zone. He's got the stuff to get guys out.
Outs are needed for the Sooners right now. Bases loaded. 1 down here in the second. And there's a strike. 94, because it is an absolute that if you're coming out of a college bullpen, you must throw at least 93 miles an hour.
I'm out.
No part of that?
Nope.
From the pitching perspective or the hitting perspective?
Pitching perspective.
Okay.
In my dreams, I don't even throw that hard, man.
By Lele, Kanye Yates walked and then scored on the grand slam by Combs in the first. One and two the count to him. Kanye Yates, we mentioned Yavapai College. He had 12 home runs, drove in 50 runs for the Golden Eagles last year. His first team All-Summit League. But as we mentioned, has had to battle a lot of injuries this year. Weslowski rings him up with a fastball, 95 miles an hour.
Yeah, just come in throwing bullets out of the pen. This freezes him right on the black. Kanye Yates cannot pull the trigger on that one. It's tough, man. It's really good location.
And more than anything, that's what Skip Johnson wants to see. Be competitive.
Just come in and have conviction, whatever you throw.
Here's Martell Davis down the left field line and foul. Davis also walked back in the first inning. Nick Weslowski, freshman. This is a freshman group of pitchers that Skip Johnson's about as excited as he's been about a group. And with good reason. Look at some of the results they've already had. 0-1 is downstairs. We mentioned Cord Rager, true freshman in the weekend rotation. Getting another win. You got Xander Mercurius has been excellent. One is fouled back.
Yeah, that one's been the most fun to watch for me to watch. He's just very athletic, you know, with it as a pitcher. Covers his ground, but he's into it every pitch, right? Just it's something new to watch. It's more of a performance, right? He's just pounding the zone and talking to himself. High energy.
Xander Mercurius, that's
yes,
who we're talking
yes.
about. Yep. 1-2 here on Martell Davis. Popped up, foul. Wynn's going to hold this one up a little bit. It stays in play, and a great play in amongst traffic by Connor Larkin, who's getting a rare start at first base tonight. Put to the test defensively. Comes up aces. Golden Eagles held off the scoreboard.
Yeah, he stays with it. This one, though. Southwind bringing that back in. Great play by the freshman at first base. Out number 3.
They are gathering outside the right center field fence. Great place to watch the game here at Kimry Family Stadium. As the improvements continue, they'll break ground on the new clubhouse and all of the indoor facilities this summer down the right field line. And fans are a little bit bundled up here tonight, though. See, a few have made the trek down from Tulsa to watch the action. Dayton LaChance swings at the first pitch, drives it to the right field wall, and it's gone. His 4th home run in his last 7 games. Remember, LaChance was at the plate with 2 strikes on him when Jackson Willits was thrown out trying to steal to close the first inning. Back up, fresh count, gone for Dayton LaChance to spark the Sooner offense.
4th home run on the year. As you said, in 7 games, he just opened the lid on that home run. Get another look at this swing. Fastball at the letters. Just an efficient bat path. Drives it. It's a 2-iron all the way to the right center field fence. Boom.
That is a big, strong man. And the power stroke has come midway through SEC play for Dayton LaChance. So 4-1 now. And here's Nolan Stevens. He gets the start as the Sooner DH tonight. Started Game 3 of the Missouri series on Sunday over the weekend. There's Dayton LaChance. (0-2), swing and a miss. A little elevated fastball there to Nolan Stevens for the first out.
It's a really good job by Asher getting back in the zone, getting a fastball that is expanded on the zone, getting a Nolan Stevens chase right there.
Strikeout number 3 for Brendan Asher tonight. And it brings in Desan Harris, the Sooner center fielder tonight. Just had a great series against Missouri. You mentioned Desan Harris's name, and a smile just comes over Skip Johnson's face. He's a former walk-on. One of those program builders as he rolls this one to Martell Davis. Pretty close play as it turns out at first base, but that's out number 2.
Stuff like that, right? That's a routine ground ball to second base. He's busting it down the line, giving you a hard 90, and it's just in and out. Day in and day out, that's Desan Harris, a guy that just comes into the locker room, has just always got a smile on his face and just wants to help his team win.
There's Alec Blair. Bases empty, 2 gone. Freshman back up there. Giving him a little bit of time off. And he is back in the lineup tonight. He's had some real good moments. 2-0 the count. The power, the athleticism, it is all there for Alec Blair. Two and one now. Athleticism just gives him the ability to adjust quickly. It's this one high into the air toward right center field. The wind's going to blow this more toward the center fielder, Tanaka. And the inning's over. But Oklahoma is on the board. Leadoff home run from catcher Dayton LaChance. His 4th home run in 8 games, Blake Brewster.
And we get to see another look at this one. Fastball up. Just lets it get deep and lets it ride, man. Puts his team within 3.
Improvements going on here at Kimry Family Stadium and at the home of ORU as well, Chapman Park. Time-lapse videography of new turf going in. Barely had it there for opening day. Oklahoma getting to pay a visit there and look at these new facilities that they have.
It's a good look. They did a really good job. Improvements to the weight room, the locker room.
The arms race in collegiate sports, of course. Here at Kimry Family Stadium, they will break ground on all the new stuff as well down the right field line. The new clubhouse will go. You can already see the things that are in place here, the new bullpens, the see-through fencing that was ready just in time for opening day here in Norman as well. And then they're really going to get to work. I think if you're going to come here in like May, June, July, you're going to have a hard hat on at Kimry Family Stadium.
And a shovel, maybe a hammer.
Yeah, that does not hurt.
Impact, come on.
Given that late legendary Oklahoma baseball coach Enos Seymour built a lot of this place with a shovel and a pickup truck, yeah, that wouldn't hurt. As this one is popped up by Cooper Kelly, first out in the third inning. There you go. If you haven't been out to Kimry Family Stadium, upgrades approved for 2026 that you see there. That's the outfield wall, the big new batter's eye, the bullpens and spectator seating areas. And then number 2, improvements to the team facilities, the clubhouse, coaches' offices. And we're also going to have L. Dale Mitchell Plaza here at Kimry Family Stadium to continue to honor the legacy of one of Oklahoma's all-time baseball greats. It'll be a great fan plaza. This one is ripped toward right by Cooper Combs, who homered his first time, but stretching out to grab it goes the freshman Alec Blair. Combs has hit the ball hard a couple of times, once out and once out of here.
That's a really good swing by Combs right there. Gets a fastball. Normally you see a guy pull a homer. He's afraid to go the other way. He does a nice job of it right there.
Base is empty, 2 gone. Here's Ethan Fender. Fender flied out also to the right fielder Alec Blair his first time. Oh, 1 from Weslowski, a little bit upstairs. Nick Weslowski's come in from the bullpen, retired the first 4 batters that he has faced tonight.
Just pounding the zone, right? Having conviction in the fastball.
That one is driven hard down the left field line, off the fair pole, and it is gone. It's a fair ball and a line drive home run to left field as Ethan Fender hits the second home run of the night for the Golden Eagles and the 3rd that we have had hit in this game, and it's his first home run.
Fender just jumping to the fastball on this one. Sucks the hands in tight. Boom. Gets extended. Kind of a hook barrel, just enough to keep it fair, smacking it off the foul pole. I've never seen that happen in all of my years.
What's that?
In person. I've never seen a ball hit the foul pole and come back in.
Mm-hmm. Do you go with foul pole or fair pole?
I like the way you said it.
Well, I mean, if it hits it, as
it's
we
a
just
fair
saw,
pole.
It's fair.
It's a fair pole.
5-1, 2 home runs for the Golden Eagles tonight. You've never seen this
Nope.
all your years playing, broadcasting?
In person.
In
I've
person,
never seen
okay.
it.
I mean, even in like batting practice?
No.
Wow.
First time?
Well, it was his first home run and a first for you.
We'll always share this moment together, Ethan Fender.
Keaton Campbell up there. Still 2 down, bases clear. Struck out his first time. Now Weslowski. You're going to make mistakes or guys are going to hit balls hard. How do you respond, right?
Just get right back into it, right? This is solo homer. You take it all day long. I know you're down 4 right now, but you got to find a way to get back in the zone as he's done it. Getting this count 1-2.
Not that you want to see players give up home runs, but you do want to see how they respond in adversity.
Especially young arm. You want to see a freshman kind of go through them a little bit, right? Take them through the motions.
Down the left field line again. They're wearing out that left field line tonight, are the Golden Eagles. And our guy is out there still scraping up foul balls.
He's eventually going to take that fence down. There he is. Hey, give me that. He's not taking his eye off it.
Cal State 1-2 here on Keaton Campbell. All the scoring on home runs with the wind blowing out tonight. Cooper Combs and Ethan Fender for the Golden Eagles, and Dayton LaChance for the Sooners. Got him swinging. So Weslowski does indeed respond the way that the Sooners would like him to, with a strikeout after giving up the home run. But Ethan Fender has given ORU a 5-1 lead through 3 turns at the plate tonight.
For sure, just jumping to a fastball, getting elevated, extending this lead back to 4.
$5-1 is our score. Bottom of the third coming your way from Kimry Family Stadium here in Norman. Alongside Blake Brewster, I'm Chad McKee, and pleased to be joined now by the 14th-year head coach of the Golden Eagles, Ryan Fulmer. Couple more home runs for your team here tonight, Coach. You've won 9 of 11 games in the month of April. What do you feel like has kind of sparked the offense to get going here in the month of April?
Well, I don't know if you can point to one thing. I think the quality at bat has gone up for sure. And we've been able to make a couple big swings here and there. I think, that's kind of been the key early in the season. We got up to a little bit of a slow start offensively. We weren't real good with runners in scoring position. The quality of the at-bat was down, and that's gotten a little bit better over the last couple weeks.
Coach, talk about Brendan Asher and the job he's done tonight, giving up the 1 home run, but really settled in nicely here in this 3rd inning.
Yeah, this is a guy we need down the stretch. He was really good for us at the back end of last year, a young guy that has a lot of talent, man. We're happy to get him back out there. You know, he's looking to get stretched out here the next couple weeks. So, but a young guy with a lot of talent. I like the way he responded, right? Gives up the home run, the next pitch is a strike. So he's been able to do that. You can see some of the maturity starting to show up a little bit as this guy gets more experience.
All right, Coach, we appreciate it. As always, we'll let you get back to it.
Thanks, guys.
Ryan Fulmer, the head coach of the ORU Golden Eagles, 7-time Summit League Coach of the Year, 7 NCAA regionals, Super Regional, and the College World Series in 2023. Here's Kyle Branch, first time up for him tonight, Sooners second baseman. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Branch and then Larkin, and then the top of the Oklahoma lineup, Jackson Willits. Called strike 3. Pretty good pitch. That slider that he has thrown has been difficult to deal with for the most part tonight.
Yeah, he's got really good control of it tonight. Being able to just flip it in there for a strike and expand the zone with it as well. We'll see the location on this one. Right at the belt. Just freezes Branch for strike 3. But when you can locate multiple pitches for strikes, it keeps hitters off balance, just like he did right there.
4 strikeouts already for Brendan Asher. And that'll bring in Connor Larkin. Last start for him came on St. Patrick's Day, southeastern Louisiana. Already seen him make a good sliding defensive play on a foul pop-up. Two-0 pitch pulled to first. Routine play on a fair ball as Cooper Kelly touches the bag for the second out. 5 straight retired now by Asher. You heard Ryan Fulmer talk about it. The response of Asher gave up the home run to LaChance, and now he has sat down 5 straight Sooner batters.
Yeah, keeping the pitch count low, too. Not afraid of contact. Gets a weak one right there from Larkin. He's on pace, 2 outs, 40 pitches, getting his team back into the game.
Jackson Willits walked to start the game for the Sooners. First pitch, a strike at 91 to the Sooner shortstop. Jackson Willits having another good year at the plate. And defensively, Blake, he's got to be SEC All-Defensive Team candidate, if not on that team. He's fielding .993. He's committed 1 error at shortstop in the SEC. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's a guy that just goes about his business, right? Taking his ground balls seriously every day in and day out. And I think he's a little bit upset about the 1 error, too. Could have been ruled a hit either way, right? You know? Come on, guys.
On a team that in conference plays turning basically at least 1 double play per game.
Right. And that's kind of the goal that it's been kind of down in the last couple of years. The Sooners have wanted to field it better, and it seems like they finally found the shortstop that can do it, right? 1 error on the year through a tough SEC schedule where balls are being hit up 110, 113. You know, it's tough to play. He's done a fantastic job of it.
3 balls, 2 strikes here to Willits. Bases empty, 2 gone in the third. Ball 4, pretty good take there. Second walk that Jackson Willits has earned in this game. Put him up in the leadoff spot. That's where he is tonight. And he has gotten on base twice. Now Brendan Brock, who struck out his first time, but he homered against Asher in the game between these two teams up in Tulsa. No activity out in the ORU bullpen. It is Asher's game with a 4-run lead. Mentioned with the doubleheader and a 4-game series this weekend. Ryan Fulmer and pitching coach Wes Davis would love to get as much as they can get out of Asher tonight.
Yeah, I think if you ask Fulmer, he's ready to go. Let Asher go 9, extend him out a little bit, right? Just seeing that postseason kind of creep its head around the corner. You always need that 4 starter, Chad.
Brock takes this one inside. .292 hitter with 9 home runs is Brock. But he is down on strikes. 2 more strikeouts in the inning for Brendan Asher, and he's got 5 in the game. Golden Eagles lead at 5-1 as we move to the 4th inning, and Brendan Asher has found his groove tonight.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of this. A lot of swing and miss. That's a fastball right down the middle. Just getting away with everything tonight.
the real fun just getting started.
Run straight for the breakaway.
The celebration is on.
And both these programs know about making that run to the College World Series in Omaha. The Sooners went all the way to the championship game in 2022 before being defeated by Ole Miss. And Oral Roberts went 1 year later to Omaha in 2023. Man, it won't be long until the postseason is upon us. ORU's run 2023, Stillwater Regional, went 23-1 in the Summit League. They're 14-1 this year. And you just never know when a team can get on a roll. That Sooner team backed by Cade Horton coming back from injury to be in the lineup. Look again at what ORU was able to do as a number 4 seed, which oftentimes they are. You know, they make the postseason, but coming out of the Summit League, you oftentimes have to go places and play on other teams' home fields.
That's why these midweeks are important for them, right? That's kind of just gets them set up for what their regional looks like. I mean, it very well may be a Norman Regional this year that they walk themselves into. It's kind of tough for the Eagles. They've got to win their tournament to get into the dance as well.
Yeah, very rare. But, you know, games like this obviously help them build RPI points. They play everybody. They'll go play Arkansas. They're playing Oklahoma State. They play Dallas Baptist, all teams that are regularly in the big tournament. As this pitch is low and away. Conference play. Oklahoma headed to Auburn coming up this weekend. First ever on-campus games between the two programs. They played 7 times at neutral sites. 3-2, ball 4 is outside. So Weslowski gave up the home run to Ethan Fender, then got the strikeout of Campbell. And now this is the second time the number 9 batter, Hudson Ellis, has walked in this game. Back to the top for Will Edmondson. He's been on base twice. Singled in the first, walked in the second. Slashed foul and out of play by Will Edmondson. We'll get to some of those SEC scores later on tonight, Blake, but we're talking about Oklahoma 4 conference series left. Hosting Florida, at Arkansas, and playing Tennessee and Oklahoma City following their trip down to Auburn this weekend. Man, that is a gauntlet. But what's not? This one through the right side. Will Edmondson has his second hit. Hudson Ellis is going to stop at second base. And the Golden Eagles have a threat brewing to start the 4th inning. Third time that Edmondson has been on tonight. 11-game hitting streak, and he's been on a tear over that span.
3 home runs, 4 doubles, another good showing tonight. A little 2 for 3 action.
Skip Johnson is out of the Oklahoma dugout. Looks like he has signaled, and he has made the motion to the bullpen. So Weslowski going pretty good in relief of the starter. Catalano gave up the home run, but was able to get out of it in the third. And here, the first 2 men have reached base safely off of him, and Nate Smithberg will be next up out of the Sooner bullpen tonight. Overcast and kind of a breezy night at Kimry Family Stadium. You might say chilly, although it's hard to complain when it's about, 60 degrees. But we do have a little bit of a breeze. And breezing into the game for Skip Johnson and the Sooners is Nate Smithburg, left-hander, 6'2", junior out of Libertyville, Iowa.
His last appearance was at Vanderbilt, an inning and 2/3. Pretty good on the year. He's 9 strikeouts and 2 walks, 6 2/3 innings pitched. It's a guy that comes in and pounds the zone as well for the Skip Johnson bullpen.
Redshirt sophomore, spent a year at Indian Hills Community College there in Iowa. So Catalano went an inning and a third. He gave up 4 earned runs, and then Nick Wesloski, an inning and 2/3, and he has so far given up 1 earned run. 2 base runners are the responsibility of Wesloski. Makani Tanaka, 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout tonight. And Smithburg starts with a throw to try to tuck the runner. Hudson Ellis back in at second base. You said when Smithburg was coming out of the pen, you watch him warm up, he screams lefty. A lot of those lefty tendencies.
I can't say anything. I'm the same way, but I didn't like the stereotype. But just look, he's got the long pinky glove tie coming down to almost his left kneecap.
Talking about the leather strap.
The leather strap
Yep.
off his glove,
Yeah.
right? Just the mannerisms, just kind of quirky, Got to adjust everything. Touch this, get that, put the glove on my chin. Oh, yeah, it just screams lefty.
I love it. Ground ball to the shortstop, Willits. He'll step on the bag, fire it across, but not in time to get Tanaka, who runs well. So they get the force play out there on Will Edmondson. Down to third is Ellis, and Tanaka safe at first.
It's a ground ball to Willits. I feel like I want him to throw that. Let Branch get a shot at throwing that, but you got speed running down the line and in Tanaka. Get one, for sure one. Keep the double play in order.
So with one away, here is Vailele Kane Yates, the catcher. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. 89-mile-an-hour fastball there. Different angle, different look here after 2 right-handers to start the game for Oklahoma. And he zips that fastball over the inside corner, strike 2. Little flare out into shallow center field. That falls for a base hit. Hudson Ellis comes in to score. The throw to third is in time by Harris, and the tag applied by Camden Johnson as they get Tanaka trying to stretch it around to third base. But I think Makani Tanaka wants him to take a look at it. Nice play by Desan Harris. The RBI single, though, for Kane Yates is going to make it a 6-1 game, and we'll see if the Golden Eagles do indeed challenge it.
24 RBIs on the year for Kane Yates. Really good arm from Desan Harris in center field. This is a beeline from our right side of the logo.
So we'll see on the play down there at third base. Again, Harris a one-hop throw to Camden Johnson. And the call was out on Tanaka, but the Golden Eagles have challenged it. We'll get another look at it.
Let's see the throw. This is way over there from Desan. Kind of across his body. Gets it all the way in there in the air. The question's going to be, it's going to be on his left knee. Did Tanaka get there before? Call on the field is out.
Lance Barnes, the third base umpire, says you're out.
The slow-mo view here.
Is there a tag there? Ooh, that's a long way as we zoom in. Do you see anything that tells you it should be overturned?
There's a whole lot. The tag kind of rides up to his upper extremities here. It's going to be tough to overturn that. The call on the field being out, it's going to be tough to overturn in my mind.
I would agree. They're looking at the video board, as are Tanaka.
But we're also 0 for 1 on the foul ball in the first inning as well, so don't take that for account.
Oklahoma indeed lost a foul ball challenge earlier tonight.
I am curious if they get the same views that we do. So they get Hawkeye, right? But do they get the same – are they looking at the same stuff that we are?
But just not the centralized look. Can you tell any better here?
It's just tough. Lance Barnes right on top of it.
Yeah, it was a pretty sure out call, and he's there. Excellent play, though, by Deshaun Harris.
The fact that it's taken this long, it puts it in my head that the Golden Eagles have a shot of getting this overturned. A lot to look at.
Crew chief is John Brammer. He has emerged. So the call is upheld, and now both teams are down to just one challenge tonight. And again, Deshaun Harris cuts down a runner at third base with a very good throw, getting the speedy Makani Tanaka.
I think they just didn't have enough to overturn it on that one. They had to go with on the field. They didn't say confirmed. They said upheld.
Mm-hmm. So it is 2 down, and it takes away a runner at third base. Here's Martell Davis, who's 0 for 1 with a walk.
Deshaun Harris continues to impress. I didn't think he had an arm like that, but that was a no-hop throw all the way on a beeline to Camden Johnson at third base to make that out.
0-1 is a ground ball to the shortstop. Willits over to Branch for the force play. Inning is over. Golden Eagles, though, get one more on the base hit by Kanye Yates and carry a 6-1 lead to the bottom of the fourth. Six to 1, Oral Roberts on top. Sooners coming to the plate here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Welcome back to Kimry Family Stadium. Alongside former Sooner Blake Brewster, I'm Chad McKee, and pleased to be joined now by Sooner freshman starting pitcher Cord Rager. He was the starting and winning pitcher just 2 days ago against Missouri in that season finale. Scale of 1 to 10, how chilly is it in the dugout tonight? You've got your coat on, and your teammates are out there on the heated seats in the bullpen.
Well, I mean, it's been worse here before, but, I mean, it's really, I mean, I have a lot of layers on. I got 3 layers on, so, I mean, I would say it's probably like a Probably a 4. I mean, it's not too bad.
Not bad.
Come on, man. We got to take the marshmallow coat off. We have to.
I mean, yeah, okay. Well, we'll take it off. I'll just have
There
another.
we go. There we go. Much better.
I mean, I could do without the puff, but, I mean, I wanted to be warm.
Hear that. Cord, can we talk about your relationship with Skip? How much has he meant to you and just kind of iron out what you are as a pitcher today?
Yeah, Skip, he means a lot to me. He's helped me so much. He's basically like my first real pitching coach. I mean, he's been there through all my bullpens, and he's helped me out so much, and I've grown so much under him.
One thing that he certainly talks about with you is your competitiveness. Your teammates are competing to put gloves and glasses and towels on your head. Where does your competitiveness come from? Where's that drive come from?
And, man, I had an older brother growing up, so I always wanted to be better than him, so it came kind of naturally.
Who we got messing with you here? We got Jaywalk.
That is LJ.
LJ, just trying to get his limelight?
Yep, always. It's what he's always trying to do.
Always trying to get in there. LJ Mercurius is helping out with the decor there.
There he goes. He's got the batting gloves wrapped around. I like that. It's a pretty good look, Cord. We might have to take that out to the picture day or something like that.
Yeah, maybe I have to do it. 'Cause he did me good. He got me good.
Hey, tell us a little bit about your start the other day, coming back after missing 2 and being fully healthy to go out there. What was that start like? How'd you feel?
Man, I just tried to treat it as any other start. I felt fine. I wasn't worried about my lat. I mean, I worked real hard, and I had trust in the people that were giving me advice and saying, like, hey, maybe just if he doesn't feel great, just take a week off. So, I mean, last weekend I felt great, and I didn't worry about the injury. So, I mean, I just went out there and competed and do what I know how to do, and I had a very successful day doing that.
One more for me, Cord. Just talk about what kind of confidence it gives you being able to hand the ball off to such a deep bullpen that you have.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you feel good as a starting pitcher. I mean, you work real hard to go as long as you can, and to have guys that are really good coming in behind you. I mean, it helps the entire ball club, and that's really important for us.
Last one from me. You wear number 99, not because of Rick Wild Thing Vaughn from the movie Major League, correct?
No, I don't. I don't want to be wild. I want to throw strikes.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're number 9, though, right? That was kind of your number, and that was already taken when you got to Norman.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
We will let you sit and enjoy it, and we will see you down at Auburn coming up this weekend.
All right. See ya. Thank you.
That is Cord Rager, Oklahoma freshman lefty starting pitcher. Got the victory for the Sooners against Missouri. Leadoff single here by Camden Johnson in the 4th inning. And Dayton LaChance is up there. He homered last time he stepped in. Big hack at that one. Fouls it up and out of play. 4 home runs now for Dayton LaChance in his last 7 games. He hit 21 at McLennan Community College last year, playing for Skip Johnson's son, Tyler. Tyler's now on the staff at Dallas Baptist. And LaChance whacks another one foul and out of play. SEC, Oklahoma, as we said, Auburn this weekend. Sooners are on the road. Georgia leads the league, 13-5. Texas A&M right there, half a game behind. They're 12-5, and then Texas is 11-6. Did you see Georgia's Arkansas game? 9 home runs Saturday for the Bulldogs, tying a program record, 26-14.
Dogs can swing it, man.
It was not the spring football game, but a baseball game at 26-14. Oklahoma, as we mentioned, is in a 5-way tie for 4th in the league as LaChance hits this one fair over the outstretched glove of Keaton Campbell into the left field foul area. It goes. Camden Johnson is going to make third base on the play. And the Sooners putting it together here in the 4th. Singles by Camden Johnson and Dayton LaChance, and runners at the corners with nobody out.
Another look at this one. Good hitters get jammed, Chad. Just a dying quail over the outstretched glove of Keaton Campbell at third base. Camden Johnson doing a nice job reading that ball on the ground, getting first to third.
So here's Nolan Stevens. He takes a strike from Brendan Asher. There's a little bit of activity starting to surface out in the ORU bullpen down the right field area. Nolan Stevens struck out his first time. Nicely done there by Vailele Kane-Yates, catcher. Nolan Stevens, as you see, has a little pop. Not in the lineup every single day, but 16 hits, and 4 of them have been home runs. Fly ball into shallow left. Long run for Cooper Combs, the left fielder. He calls off the shortstop Ellis and makes the catch for the first out.
Just lost the barrel there. Just trying to elevate, get a sac fly out of this at bat. Just lost the barrel. Good job by Asher getting weak contact out number 1. Now you're 1 pitch away.
Desan Harris. Grounded out to the second baseman Davis his first time. And takes a strike. Talked about the series that he had over the weekend against Missouri. Home run Friday, triple Saturday, and then 3 hits on Sunday. He was 6 out of 9. One and one the count to Desan Harris. And Asher trying to nibble away at that outside corner.
Close to the same location as the first pitch. The changeup away.
65 pitches now for the right-hander. As Harris shoots this one foul down the left field line.
That's what's so impressive about Harris. His hands are so quick, Chad. He chokes up on the bat, and no matter the situation, but his hands are so quick. He's just adjustable to any count in any location.
Whistles that one foul as well. So it stays 2-2 on Harris. Just came to a couple of baseball camps here in Norman out of Plano, Texas East High School, and decided he wanted to walk on as a Sooner. Last year he was on the Chapel Hill Regional All-Tournament team. Just a competitive at bat here for Desan Harris.
I mean, that's 2 fastballs in a row he's been late on. Then he's just wasted the changeup right there to keep fighting. The swing's just adjustable, right? He's able to adapt to anything. Sees spin extremely well. Kind of like a slap hitter in softball.
Rifles this one toward the right fielder Edmondson, who's in to squeeze it. Camden Johnson is going to tag at third, and he will score. And Desan Harris gets the job done for Oklahoma again. It'll be a sacrifice fly to right field, and Harris drives in the second Sooner run tonight.
Yeah, just his 7th RBI in the year, but that's what he gives you. A tough at bat and ends up doing his job. Cuts the lead to 4.
Alec Blair set to stand in, but first a slow walkout by Kane-Yates, the catcher. No visit here from Wes Davis, the pitching coach for ORU. Just a conversation between these two. So Oklahoma has plated a run here on 2 hits. LaChance is the runner at first. That's the second run not scored on a home run. Alec Blair flied out to the center fielder Tanaka, his first time tonight. Bounces off of the catcher, Kanye Yates. And so fairly easily, Dayton LaChance is going to make second base on a wild pitch.
It's a good read by LaChance here. Going to see extension from Kanye Yates on the ball in the dirt. Does a nice job seeing the ball down, taking off in a heartbeat.
One 0. Blair says, I'm taken. And it's 2 balls and no strikes to the freshman right fielder. Has shown some pop this year. 2 homers, 18 runs driven in. And 3-0 now.
I think the chance you can give him the green light. Asher's been in the zone all night long. Gonna get a fastball 3-0.
Not swinging. Fastball for a strike to Blair. And there's ball 4. That is walk number 3 against 5 strikeouts for Brendan Ash tonight. And it gets Kyle Branch to the plate with 2 gone. Oklahoma 2 singles and a walk in the inning. Branch struck out looking his first time up. And goes after that one.
That's a slider that's been good for Asher all night long. That's about him at the knees, getting Kyle Branch swing right over the top of it.
Brendan Asher with an 0-1 inside half of the plate. And Asher gets a called strike to Branch, who's in a hole 0-2. Well, he caught him looking the first time. Branch fights that one off. Couple of foul balls here for Kyle Branch, getting into the pitch count now. 78 for Asher tonight.
Yeah, it's been 4 slider this at bat. Good job by Branch making the adjustment.
Bullpen appears to be ready for the Golden Eagles, should they choose to go there. Another 0-2, got him swinging. So Asher able to calm things down and get out, just giving up 1 run despite a couple of hits. It is 6-2 Golden Eagles as we move to the 5th. Let's bounce around the SEC on this midweek Tuesday night and check the scoreboard. Georgia Tech putting it to the Bulldogs tonight, 12-4. They're in the top of the sixth inning. You see UAB with a chance to upset down in Tuscaloosa. Arkansas and Missouri State are all tied, and Jacksonville, bottom of the ninth inning. Gators down to their final couple of outs. Jacksonville leading that one 7-5. Our score 6-2. Oral Roberts on top of 14th ranked Oklahoma. Nate Smithburg back out there for the Sooners. Got the final out in relief in the fourth. Final couple of outs, in fact. Cooper Kelly is 0 for 2. He has struck out and popped up to third base tonight. 0-2 the count. Looking at the standings, Oklahoma tied with Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Florida, and the Auburn team that they will face this weekend for fourth in the SEC. And remember, when we go to Hoover, the top 4 teams in the regular season standings get that double bye. And then seeds 5 through 8 will at least get the first round bye when we hit Hoover beginning May 19th. But Oklahoma 10-8, tied with those other 4 teams, including Auburn. Auburn at one point had a really good run. They had won 12 straight games. Then they scuffled a little bit, but it looks like they've gotten back on track. Fans getting a little rowdy with that foul ball, Blake.
Yeah, why not somebody over there making a play?
I guess so. Camden Johnson charges, fires, and is able to get Cooper Kelly for the first out. Cooper Combs ignited things for ORU back in the first inning, came up with the bases loaded here.
Yeah, this is the deciding factor at this point. Fastball middle. Doesn't get cheated, gets his swing off, puts his team up 4 in the first. Big swing in Norman.
Here he is with the bases empty. He lined out to right field back in the third as well. Golden Eagles also have a home run from Ethan Fender tonight, and the Sooners have one from Dayton LaChance. There's a strike from Nate Smithburg. Third Oklahoma pitcher tonight. Michael Catalano started, then Nick Weslowski. Smithburg's gone an inning and a third. To short. Willits guns that one across. 2 down. Couple of ground balls here.
Job by Smithburg right there. That's a fastball away that gets Cooper Combs to kind of roll over. Out number 2 in this inning.
And here is Ethan Fender, who hit the other home run. His first back in the third inning. He has also fly to right field. Puts a charge into this one. Left center field. Long run for Brendan Brock. He looks up and it's off the top of the wall. It bounces away from Harris, who's going to pick it up. And we've already seen his throwing arm. Fender decides not to risk it. He doubles off the left center field wall. 2 for 3 with a home run and just missed another one.
I mean, this is inches from getting out. Good swing here. Fastball at the knees. Goes down and gets it. This is inches from going out. Right off the top of the wall. Wow.
6 hits now for the Golden Eagles in this one. And it extends the proceedings for Keaton Campbell, who has struck out twice in this game. Ethan Fender showing some power tonight. His first home run and his first double. 1-1 pitch here to Keaton Campbell. Chased a high fastball. 1-2. Smithburg deals, and this one is slashed foul and out of play. Finishing up kind of on the SEC this past weekend, Texas took 2 of 3 from Alabama over the weekend, but Alabama won the series finale. It was Alabama's first win over Texas since 1904. That's pretty crazy.
A single game?
Yeah, first
wow.
single game win since 1904. Pulled to short. Willits takes care of 2 outs in the inning. So Fender doubles but is left stranded. And we're halfway through this one with the Golden Eagles on top of the Sooners 6-2. Four innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs with 3 walks and 6 strikeouts tonight for Brendan Asher.
Yeah, he's done a good job mixing fastball and slider, throwing a changeup occasionally to lefties, but it's been locate, slider down, fastball up, keeping the Sooners off balance. Really good outing for that man right there.
He'll give way to Maddox Thornton, grad transfer from Pittsburgh State. He's out of Bentonville, Arkansas, 6'2", 195-pound right-hander.
20 strikeouts to 7 walks on the year, 29 2/3 innings. Tall drink of water.
And he will face 9-1-2 in the Oklahoma lineup here. Connor Larkin, Jackson Willits, and Brendan Brock. Midway through this game. Long way to go tonight. And the first pitch is low to Connor Larkin. He grounded out to Cooper Kelly, first baseman, back in the 3rd. Slashed out into left center field. He dumps that down. Played on a hop by Cooper Combs. Big turn at first, but Connor Larkin will hold right there with a leadoff single in the 5th inning.
Now batting for the Sooners, your shortstop, number 7, Jackson.
It's a good in-game adjustment by the freshman. Rolls over to the first baseman. In his first at bat, then he gets a fastball in, keeps the hands inside, drives it for a single left center.
Back to the top of the order now for the Sooners with nobody out. Jackson Willits will be the batter. He's walked both times he's come to the plate tonight. And Thornton deals him a strike. Jackson batting .304 on the year. First time up in the leadoff spot this season. A week ago tonight, he hit a 3-run home run in the Bedlam rivalry up at One Oak Field in Tulsa. And he fouls another one back. 0-2 remains the count. Jackson Willits has reached base now in 13 straight games.
He can kind of ride the hot hand, too. It's a tough out at the top of the lineup. He's got some speed. He's only 4-4 on the stolen base category this year, 4-5. He got thrown out today.
That one skips past the catcher, Connie Yates. And a wild pitch puts Connor Larkin in scoring position. Second wild pitch for ORU pitchers tonight.
Our friend Rich Hills likes to say, it doesn't matter if you hit leadoff. You're only going to lead off one time.
It's very true. Sounds good, though.
Yeah.
I have the leadoff guy. Yeah, you're just the first up once. But the leadoff guy seems to spring new hope.
Yeah.
When you go, oh, we got back to the leadoff guy.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's the leadoff guy.
Right.
Yeah, that's him.
I mean, you see Shohei Ohtani leading off at times, right? Bryce Harper, stuff like that. It's interesting to see how people kind of mix it in.
Well, there's the theory that probably means he's going to get more at bats.
Right.
And he's our best hitter. Let's see if we can't get him more at bats.
Correct.
Helps when a guy's got speed and will draw a walk from time to time, most definitely.
For me, it's a tough out, right? Like I like a guy at the top of the lineup that can extend the at-bat, right? Make you see a bunch of pitches, especially early in the game.
Or you can be like the great Hall of Famer Ricky Henderson and just hit tanks. Just hit leadoff home runs.
Yeah. It's great to start off 1-0.
Yep. Good battle here between Jackson Willits and Maddox Thornton, second pitcher of the night for the Golden Eagles. Taps another one foul. Good competitive at bat here for Jackson Willits.
And ultimately, he's just trying to find something to get to the right side, advance the runner to third with less than 2 outs. Anything other than that is a bonus.
Went after the 2-2. Pretty good pitch. Got him.
Now batting for the Sooners. Left fielder number 10.
Expands his zone with a changeup. Gets Willits in swing mode. Big first out of this inning.
So with Larkin out there at second base, here's Brock, who has struck out twice, both against Brendan Asher. Ropes this one off the glove of Ellis, and out into left field it goes. And tough there for Connor Larkin, the base runner, because it looked like Ellis was going to catch it.
Now batting for the Sooners.
But couldn't squeeze it, and it's a base hit for Brendan Brock.
And it's a tough read. Your secondary lead took you too far off the bag. See another swing here. Really well hit by Brock, but you're right. Tips off the glove. The problem is he takes 4 or 5 steps back towards second base. Thinks he might catch this ball. Gets caught in between here.
So Larkin at third, Brock at first with his first hit of the night. Here's Camden Johnson, who had a base hit and scored a run in the fourth. Remains red hot. We'll see if, I would imagine, Brendan Brock will be on the move at some point from first base. Took a couple of steps that time. Brock is 22 of 23 in the stolen base department. And the guy at the plate, Camden Johnson, is 22 of 24. In the air to left. Wynn's going to carry it toward the corner. Combs backs up to the warning track and makes the catch. Connor Larkin tags at third. He will score, and the Sooners get closer on a sacrifice fly to left field by Camden Johnson, who has now scored a run and driven in a run.
Your catcher, number 48, Jake
Good at bat right there by Camden Johnson. Takes his 34th RBI in the year, just doing his job, elevating to the outfield with runners on third base, less than 2 outs.
Second sacrifice fly to score a run for the Sooners tonight. One by Harris in the 4th, and one here by Camden Johnson in the 5th. And here's the man who homered back in the 2nd, Dayton LaChance. He's 2 for 2 tonight. LaChance, solo home run to right, leading things off back in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, it's a really good piece of hitting right there. Just lets it get extremely deep. That bat path is efficient. Gets really good wood on it. Drives it to right field.
His 4th in the last 7 games. Red hot bat at the plate. And a chance to make this game very interesting if it is not already.
If I'm Maddox Thornton, I'm not giving him anything good to hit. Can make this a 1-run game very quickly.
Golden Eagles are pretty sure that Brendan Brock's going to be taken off at some point. I would tend to agree with them.
Yeah, they got a good hunch.
Not running this time. Strike taken. Chance didn't think so. And he's in the hole 0-2. Thornton's 0-2 outside. Boy, that pitch nearly snuck in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Pretty dangerous pitch here for Thornton. Don't really want the count to go full. But for Oklahoma, if LaChance can work his way aboard, they'd get the potential tying run to the plate. After trailing 6-1, LaChance rolls this one to the shortstop. Ellis gallops and guns a little bit wide, but Cooper Kelly's able to hang on the bag at first, and the inning is over. Oklahoma gets another run, though, on 2 hits, and they leave a man out there. 6-3 Golden Eagles moving to the 6th. For the visiting Oral Roberts Golden Eagles from Tulsa, 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 5 men left on the bases. And the 14th ranked homestanding Oklahoma Sooners, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They have left 4 men stranded. Cooper Combs got it started with a grand slam in the first, a couple of walks in there that helped out. Ethan Fender added a solo home run for ORU. That came in the 3rd. The Sooners have a home run from Dayton LaChance, a couple of sacrifice flies, and are chipping away at what was once a 6-1 lead. New pitcher entering is the big, hard-throwing right-hander Mason Bixby, all 6'7", with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball coming out of the pen for Skip Johnson here.
Yeah, I think you and I like watching this guy pitch. It's just easy velo. 20 strikeouts to 9 walks. ERA's climbed a little bit. He gave up 3 earned runs against Missouri this past weekend. But overall, just got electric stuff. I think it's going to be more pitchability for him, not necessarily command. He's not really a high walk guy, but just being able to find a way to get guys out.
You know, he is not a high walk guy, just as you said. And, in fact, he's gotten knocked around his last few appearances. Those have been base hits that he has given up, but not walks. And you'll appreciate that, a guy that throws strikes. In fact, he's at 10 strikeouts and no walks in his last 6 1/3 innings pitched. Now, he's given up some hits and runs. And right here, this is bolted to left. Brendan Brock backs up to the warning track, and Hudson Ellis has been retired for the first time tonight. Prior to that, he was on base twice via the walk. 1 pitch, 1 out for Mason Bixby.
But it's stuff like that, right? He doesn't miss a whole lot of barrels. It's 97, but when you can time it up, it goes a long way. Got to find a way to get some swing and miss in there, get some weak contact.
This is what it looks like in a big league setting. Is
right.
This 6'7", 97, a lot of strikes. Here's Edmondson. He's been on base 3 times, 2 hits and a walk tonight. Show and bunt, and that's got Camden Johnson's attention down there at third base. Edmondson, good player, as we mentioned, started his career at Hutchinson Community College, then was at Arkansas for a year. Has found a home with the Golden Eagles, though, 2nd season. 1-1 the count. Tanaka waits on deck. One strike at the belt. That's the other pitch he has right there. That good hard slider to go with a fastball in the mid-90s. This one is line foul. 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
It's just easy, too.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. Breezes that one upstairs at 96. Will Edmondson 3 more times on base. Table setter at the top for Ryan Fulmer and the Golden Eagles. Two and two now. Mason Bixby, and misses low with ball 4. What were we saying about lack of walks? Well, there haven't been many lately, but he issues a 1-out free pass to Will Edmondson. Edmondson's been on base 4 times tonight.
That's a really good at bat. He's had a really nice night at the plate. The line drives have been above the infielders' heads, you know, just really good trajectory, just a solid approach to the plate all night from Edmondson.
Skip Johnson making that walk out. Bixby's faced 2, and that's going to do it for him. He gets an out, gives up a walk, and it's back to the bullpen. You see the 5th Sooner pitcher of the night emerging and entering the contest here. Looks like it's going to be Jaden Barfield, lefty. He'll replace Mason Bixby. We'll reset and tell you about Jaden Barfield when we return to Norman. This is left-hander Jaden Barfield, who is the 5th Sooner pitcher of the night. Michael Catalano, Nick Weslowski, Nate Smithberg, and Mason Bixby preceded him. And here is the sophomore from Pearland, Texas, was very good as a freshman last year, and I'd like him to round back into the form that saw him make 18 appearances and have just a 3.57 ERA last year.
Yeah, his last outing against Texas was pretty good. An inning pitched, no earned runs, just one hit. A guy that from the left side you really need going into the playoffs. And even to finish your conference play out, guy that can really give you some solid innings from the left side.
He will face Makani Tanaka. Will Edmondson at first and one down in the 6th inning. Tanaka's 0 for 2 tonight. A strikeout, a walk. Reached on a fielder's choice play. After that first pitch in this lefty-lefty matchup. 0-1 the count. You know, we wouldn't be upset if the wind died just a little bit here tonight. I don't think the fans would be. It is, almost think it's picked up since the game started. Coming out of the southwest tonight. We've had 3 home runs hit. Barfield's 1-1 is pulled foul. The walks have been one of the storylines. 7 of them issued to ORU hitters so far. And the Golden Eagles have taken advantage. Jaden Barfield ready with a 1-2. Let's go down to the field and check in with Carly Murray.
I mean, exactly what you said about the weather. It is pretty cold down here. I told you pregame.
Fly ball to right center that's caught by Alec Blair for the second out. Edmondson back to first. Isn't that the way it works, Carly? We try to get an update from you, and something happens out there.
Now back to the Golden Eagles. Number 11.
You were saying about the weather. I told you pregame I opened up my hand warmers.
Yep.
Warm up my hands, and so those were starting to die a little bit, and my feet were freezing, so I decided to put them in my shoes, and I just opened up new hand warmers to put on my hands because my hands are still freezing, guys. It's so awkward. It's like a 50 cold, not 32, but it's still freezing somehow down here.
It's
kind of miserable.
It's an odd weather night. It is, and we'll keep you supplied with the hot hands down there if need be. Sooners are making another pitching change, so Barfield comes in, gets an out. Back to the pen will go Skip Johnson and the Sooners. Reed Hensley enters the fray when we return. Right-hander Reed Hensley, senior out of Lufkin, Texas, on here for Oklahoma. 6th pitcher of the night. And he inherits a base runner and 2 down in the 6th inning. How about Reed Hensley?
Yeah, that's one of the guys I like to watch, man. 1.86 ERA, 9 2/3 innings pitched. It's fastball with a really good breaking ball, but he struggles with command at times. When it's on, it's on. He misses a lot of bats, but when he leaves it up, it's feast or famine.
Reed Hensley last pitched in the Texas series back on March the 26th. Gave up a couple of hits in that one. And he will face the number 3 batting catcher, Vailele Kahane Yates. He is 1 for 2 in this game. Had a base hit back in the 4th. That base hit made it a 6-1 game at the time. Oklahoma's scored a couple on sacrifice flies since. So here we go. Reed Hensley. That one upstairs at 93. Hensley's one of those guys who has had a journey. It's his 3rd season in Norman, but he was at Incarnate Word in 2021, then went to Tyler Junior College, and now his 3rd season at OU. But the ruling last year with JUCO players, if you went to a junior college, you get an extra year of eligibility at the Division I level, so he's got this season available. He was very good last year, 23 appearances. Opponents hit only .205 against Reed Hensley. 1-1 to Connie Yates.
Close.
That'll send it to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Full count now to Vailele Kahane Yates. And ball 4 misses up and in. So Hensley comes in and walks Kahane Yates. Runners are at 1st and 2nd for Martell Davis, the cleanup man.
That's been the bugaboo for Reed Hensley all year. Gets a lot of chase, which I think he had last year. That's what worked so well for him. The curveball's really good, but guys are trying to see it up, making it be a strike. He's not getting as much chase.
Martell Davis is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. He walked and scored on the grand slam by Cooper Combs back in the 1st. But Hensley right back with a strike. .312 hitter. Martell Davis, just a good veteran presence in this lineup for Oral Roberts. Squibs this one back toward Hensley. Little underhanded shovel toss there to Connor Larkin, and the inning's over. So a walk and then a ground ball for Reed Hensley out of the bullpen. 6-3 Golden Eagles. The now 9th pitcher we've seen in this game, the 3rd for the Golden Eagles, is Connor Johnson. Salina, Oklahoma, sophomore, 6'2", 190 pounds. And the right-hander replaces Maddox Thornton, who was preceded by Brendan Asher here tonight. See the numbers pretty good. 10th appearance for this right-hander.
Yeah, 34 and a third innings, heavily used out of this Golden Eagle bullpen. 17 strikeouts to 18 walks.
He's kind of been that swing guy for ORU. He may start a game. In fact, he could start a game in their weekend series, their 4-game series. So you bring him in out of the bullpen. Man, every team needs a guy, maybe 2 guys like this.
Right, just come in and eat up innings, man. I remember a guy named Ryan Madden. He was kind of our guy when I was here. You know, you get down late, you get up, set him in there, get 3 or 4 innings out of him, save the bullpen.
Sooners have gotten that from Xander Mercurius a lot this year in various games in conference play. And similar type of situation here for Connor Johnson, though Johnson will start a game or 2. Nolan Stevens, Desan Harris, and Alec Blair, scheduled hitters for the Sooners. Tuesday night midweek action. This is the final midweek home game for Oklahoma in 2026. Sooners have a conference home series against Florida. Not this weekend, but the weekend after. And then their final home quote-unquote series will be at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark in Oklahoma City against Tennessee. The final weekend of the regular season. Hard hit ground ball off the bat of Stevens, but right to Martell Davis. 1 gone in the 6th. You played games there at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark.
Yeah, plenty of them, man.
Good spot.
Yeah. Always loved that field, man. That was actually my last game I ever played was there, man.
Is that right?
Yep.
Skip Johnson and Ryan Gaines, the director of ops, do such a good job scheduling and getting to big league facilities like Globe Life. Got off to a great start at Globe Life this year with 3 wins over other Power 4 programs. And Desan Harris, just as he has done all season long, delivers a base hit. He'll take a big turn at first and hold right there. Desan Harris making a difference again. Drove in a run with a sac fly in the 4th and now has a base hit here in the 6th.
It's more of the same. Quick hands, fastball in, shoots it up the middle. This guy's really fun to watch, Chad.
He is. He just delivers. Doesn't complain if he's not in the lineup. He's one of those guys that, coaches always say, okay, give me an excuse to not play you.
Right.
And they never give you an excuse to put him out of the lineup.
Right. He's had to earn his way there, so it's nothing's given to him. You know he appreciates every opportunity.
Man, and his teammates appreciate it as well. When you're a walk-on, you don't get all the same things that a scholarship player gets. Here's Blair. Didn't quite hold up. I believe it was called a swing by the plate umpire, Matt McKendry. Blair tonight 0 for 1 with a walk back in the 4th inning. That base hit by Harris evens the hits category at 6 apiece. One and 2 now. It's one thing that Brian Fulmer was telling us about his team. Even when they struggled at the beginning of the year offensively a bit, the 2 things that they have done is defend at a very high level, and the bullpen has been very good. You would probably say the same in most cases for Oklahoma. Downstairs. So Blair sees the count go to 2 and 2.
There's a real chance Skip Johnson may use the whole pitching staff tonight.
We're certainly not done seeing pitchers out of that bullpen. Harris, by the way, 7 of 8 in the stolen base department. Swing and a miss there. Drop 3rd strike, but the batter is out anyway because first base was occupied. And so Alec Blair, a strikeout victim, but Desan Harris does move down to 2nd base.
Kyle
I'll take another look at this. The changeup down. It's Blair way out in front. Connie Yates, good job getting around, getting to that baseball. Just holding Dasan to second base.
Wild pitch there. Advancing Harris into scoring position. Oklahoma with the chance to chip away a little bit. Branch 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts tonight.
Big at bat for Kyle Branch. Find a way to get a 2-out knock, RBI right here. Feel some confidence in the box.
Sooners are 1 of 4 with runners in scoring position tonight. 2-1, fastball there from Connor Johnson. Brendan Asher went the first 4 innings for the Golden Eagles, left with the lead. Maddox Thornton and now Connor Johnson have followed. Time called. Not sure who called time there.
One of those weird pauses, like, it feels like call time here.
Yeah. Branch takes, and it's a full count. Pretty tough take there on a fastball.
It's really good at bat by Branch here, working this full. Got to come to you here, 3-2. Definitely doesn't want to walk you and extend this inning.
Payoff pitch, and there is ball 4. Good at bat there for Kyle Branch. So that gets the potential tying run to the plate in the 6th inning for Oklahoma. And Connor Larkin had a base hit his last time up.
These are the kind of at-bats that you kind of look back at the end of the season like 2-out RBIs. Tough situation, down 3, just trying to pass the bat. See if the freshman can do it at this point right now.
This one down and in to Connor Larkin. Big opportunity here. And 2 balls, no strikes now. The top of the order, Jackson Willits is on deck. Oklahoma scraping it together here, and a chance to put the tying run aboard.
For Connor Johnson, you got to find strike 1 right here. Don't want to walk the bases loaded to one of the Sooners' best hitters.
Fastball in there. And now things get interesting.
Connor Larkin dead red. Be on time to it, barrel out front. Elevate to the middle of the field.
Not quite there. And there is ball 4. Bases are loaded for Jackson Willits. So it's a base hit by Harris and walks to Branch and Larkin.
Two back-to-back really good at-bats to turn this lineup over to the leadoff man. Bringing some hope.
I think we're going to see pitching coach Wes Davis out here for the Golden Eagles. Lots of stirring about in the ORU bullpen. Brendan Asher lasted 4. Maddox Thornton came in out of the bullpen. He went an inning, gave 2 hits and 1 run. And so far, Connor Johnson, 2/3 of an inning. He's given a hit and the 2 walks. Sooners have drawn 5 walks in this game. But the tying run is aboard in what we call a high leverage type situation. And there's the plate umpire, Matt McKendry, appearing to break up the conversation. It looks like Connor Johnson's going to stay in and face Jackson Willits. That's Jack Hill at the ready if called upon. And if you're Oklahoma, not many you would rather have up in a situation like this than Jackson Willits. Drive to deep right field, and Jackson Willits has delivered. First pitch, grand slam, brand new ball game, 7-6 Oklahoma.
Knows a fastball's coming after back-to-back walks. Johnson trying to get ahead. It's just a massive swing by an incredible hitter. Fastball middle. Just doesn't miss. On time, on top. Puts the Sooners ahead by 1.
A no-doubt shot over the bullpen in right field. 7-6 Sooners. And here's Brendan Brock now.
It's 34 RBIs on the year for Jackson Willits. 4 home runs.
Second grand slam we've seen tonight. Cooper Combs hit one for ORU back in the first. Blake, that hit is the one you're going to remember, but think about the at-bats there. Harris and then Branch scraping together a walk after falling behind 2 strikes.
Larkin the same way, taking his swing on 3-1, then being disciplined in 3-2. Passing the stick.
Brock drives this one foul and out of play. Let's send it down to Carly.
Chad, Blake, you guys both talk about the at-bats before Willits' grand slam, and those guys were getting just as much love as Jackson Willits. Just really cool to see the team appreciating what it took to get there and get those runs on the board, guys.
That's right, Carly. He never gets up there if not for what, and it's, look, Dasan Harris started the whole thing again. How many times?
It's a tone setter.
Brock tonight is 1 for 3. Full count to the Sooner left fielder. Big whack at that one. Brendan Brock, couple of strikeouts and then a base hit in the 5th. Oklahoma once trailed in this game 6-1. They have scored 6 unanswered and now have the advantage. This is well hit into right center field. Tanaka over. This one is down, bouncing off the fence. Brendan Brock gonna glide to third base and slide in safely with a triple. Energy in this Oklahoma offense here in the 6th.
Yeah, this is just a professional piece of hitting right here. Fastball in, kind of inside outs it. Drives it to the right center field gap. They can 3 the whole way. This ball hits off the wall. One hops right off the top of the yellow. It's a nice job by Tanaka getting it in. Brandon Brock too fast.
That's his second triple. The Sooners have 13 triples as a ball club. That's the most in the SEC. And that's going to do it for Connor Johnson. He leaves after being hit by Willits and Brendan Brock. And Oklahoma having flipped the script on this one here at Kimry Family Stadium. We'll see the fourth ORU pitcher of the night, Jack Hill, when we come back. One for Connor Johnson. He has to watch the rest of this one. Jack Hill enters things for ORU. Just trying to get this final out here in the sixth inning. Couple of walks, a base hit. Oklahoma just putting the pieces together, and then Jackson Willits ignites with a grand slam. And so here is Jack Hill, Edmond, Oklahoma native, just up the road. He has been excellent out of the bullpen for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, 4-0 record, 2.64, one of the more reliable arms out of the ORU's bullpen. Giving up 17 hits in 30 and 2/3 innings.
Transferred from Texas A&M Corpus Christi, redshirt senior, 6'3", 207 pounds, and you see his reliability. 18 strikeouts out of the pen. Only Weston Rouse has been better out of the pen. Here's Camden Johnson. Camden Johnson has been in the middle of the Oklahoma offense again. Base hit and a run scored in the fourth, and then drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the fifth. Oh, 1 to Camden Johnson. This is up and away. Jack Hill is from Deer Creek High School in Edmond. Was at Cowley County Community College before he went to Texas A&M Corpus Christi. One. Skied out behind second base. Who wants this one? It will be the shortstop, Hudson Ellis, inning over. But Oklahoma has taken the lead on the strength of their shortstop, Jackson Willits, with a grand slam.
Yeah, when you know a fastball's coming, you get to it. A big swing, clears the bullpen and right, fired up, puts his team up 1.
Here are the two Grand Slammers tonight. First, in the first inning, it was Cooper Combs, screen left for ORU, and most recently Jackson Willits. A grand slam to give the Sooners the lead in the 6th. Combs has grabbed the bat because he can't wait to get to the bat rack these days. He's going to bat second in the inning for the Golden Eagles, and probably against this guy, Xander Mercurius, the freshman out of Las Vegas, who has been competitive and fun and in the middle of things for Skip Johnson out of the bullpen this season.
Yeah, the ERA is a little bit elevated, but it doesn't really reflect who he is. 19 strikeouts to 7 walks, 20 in the third innings. Guy that just comes right at guys. The moment's never too big for him. Just really competitive.
He's had a couple of instances in SEC play this year, one in the LSU series, one in the Texas series, where the starter on the weekend exited the game early, and he had to come on for about 5 innings to keep his team in the ball game, and it's just huge in the grand scope of things. Maybe you don't win that game, but when you can go 5 innings and keep the bullpen quiet, that gives you a chance to come back and win series, and Xander Mercurius has done that.
It's kind of coach to Skip Johnson, right? He just throws guys back in, even though you have a little bit of trouble. That Vanderbilt game, he gave up 5 earned runs and 2/3 of an innings, but he's right back out there against Missouri. Gives up nothing.
And that right there, always positive talk to himself. 2-0, though, here against Cooper Kelly. Kelly's 0 for 3 tonight. To his left, up with it is Camden Johnson. 1 gone. He was kind of pinched in at the corner. Was Camden Johnson. And here's Cooper Combs, who hit the grand slam in the first. He's also lined to right field and grounded to short. Hits this one in the air towards shallow right center field. Alec Blair, the right fielder, slides in and squeezes it for the second out.
Yeah,
long, lanky strides, coming a long way for that one.
Yeah, really good read on that ball. Did a nice job. I think sliding sometimes kind of stabilizes your head when you're running, is jogging up and down. So I think sometimes it's easier for guys to get on the ground, feel the earth, and have a firm head looking at the ball.
All right, spoken like a right fielder. Here is Ethan Fender, who homered in the 3rd and nearly homered again in the 5th. He hit one off the top of the left center field wall in his last plate appearance. His first double and home run of the year. But he pops this one up. The shortstop Jackson Willits calls for it. And that is the first 1-2-3 inning worked by Oklahoma pitching tonight. 7th inning stretch time with the home team on top, 7-6. Seventh inning stretch time at Kimry Family Stadium in Norman. Here is a look at our line score. Oral Roberts got out to a quick 4-0 lead on a grand slam by Cooper Combs. Oklahoma chipping away at it, a run here, a run there, and then boom, grand slam. Jackson Willits to flip things and give the Sooners the lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kiddos aren't going home anytime soon. What bedtime? Yeah. Eight hits apiece. Neither team has committed an error. Golden Eagles have left 7 stranded, the Sooners 5. Luke Williams is on here, left-hander for Oral Roberts. He is the 5th pitcher utilized in this ball game. Owasso, Oklahoma freshman lefty. He'll face Dayton LaChance, who will lead things off for the Sooners. LaChance has got 2 hits, including his 4th home run of the year back in the 2nd inning. So each team has hit 2 home runs on a night where the wind has been blowing out toward left field. LaChance's was to the opposite field, though. It was to right back in the 2nd. And there's a strike from Luke Williams. Luke Williams, transfer from Arkansas. And LaChance takes upstairs. Mentioned Dayton LaChance has got this now 10-game hitting streak going. And he is batting about .375 over that span. Average up to .309 for the year. Good-looking bender there for a strike from Luke Williams.
Doesn't seem like anything mechanically has changed. I honestly think it's just approach. He's just trying to get the barrel out front on time, not miss pitches.
And he's got some confidence these days as well. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dayton LaChance.
Like that home run he hit a couple months ago would have been a single or a pop-up, right? He's missing that ball. Now he's driving it all the way to right field. Done a nice job making some adjustments, minor, just keeping to his plan.
Full count here to Dayton LaChance. And ball 4. That's kind of the other thing that's gotten away from the Golden Eagles here. The starter tonight, Asher, only walked a couple in 4 innings. Bullpen's given a few more away as you see a little bit of rain to add to the somewhat chilly temperatures tonight at Kimry Family Stadium. That was not in the forecast. I want a refund on my weather forecast. Do we get those?
No.
Going to get a pinch hitter here. Drew Dickerson will pinch hit for Nolan Stevens for the Sooners here. It's another one of those guys who has produced a good deal when called upon. Drew Dickerson's 10 of his last 24 at the plate. Not necessarily playing every day. He'll get a start here or there, but a lot of pinch hitting duties.
Yeah, hitting .318 on the year. Power to all fields, really. I've seen him hit 2 home runs the backside.
Breaking pitch. Saw that one as well to LaChance. Pretty good looking pitch. 1-1 the count. Low and Andrew Dickerson. Oklahoma just played Missouri this past weekend. He's a native of Lee's Summit. He went back home to Missouri last year. Oklahoma played on the road, and he just tore it up. I mean, torched it. Homers, had 3 RBI games, 3 hit games, had a couple of them in that series, in fact. This guy's a capable hitter. 2 balls and 2 strikes to him. Desan Harris waits to bat next. Leadoff walk here to Dayton LaChance in the Sooner 7th inning. Activity again out in the Golden Eagles bullpen. Called strike 3. That breaking pitch. He's flipping that thing up there through the top of the strike zone.
You're right on it, Chad. Had that breaker all night. Kind of pops up. I think Dickerson thinks this might be a ball, but it's middle.
Yeah, if we had the MLB tap your helmet challenge, we might have seen that from Drew Dickerson there.
You liking that these days?
Oh, I don't know. It depends on how long it takes. Skip Johnson was talking about this, and he kind of said what I think a lot of people feel. Aren't we saying that the technology is better anyway, so why not use it more? Why not use it all the time?
Right.
How about you?
I'm kind of in the same boat. If it's better, then let's just get it right. But I also like the nuances of being only having 2 challenges, though.
Yeah.
Right? Because it just adds another aspect. Do you use them early or not?
Challenges are another thing. I just feel like any time that a call needs to be gotten right, somehow we need to figure out how to get it right, don't we?
I think you're right.
Desan Harris having another good night. Scored on the grand slam by Willits. He's also driven in a run with a sacrifice fly. This could be 2, though Harris runs well. Davis flips to Ellis for 1. The throw to first is wide. Got a little entanglement over in the first base coach's box. And Harris is going to wind up at second base as that hit the dugout. Not to make light of it, but Vailele Kane-Yates got entangled with Sooner first base coach Bryce Madron there as Kane-Yates was over there backing up that throw. And, of course, Bryce Madron's over there doing his job and telling Desan Harris to go to second base. Let's get another look at that whole exchange, Blake.
Got Desan hustling down the line. Yeah, I think Kane-Yates just got kind of caught up, slipped. Wasn't trying to run into Madron in his coaching box. Obviously, that's his box. He can't leave it. You know, if he leaves it, he gets in trouble.
So potential insurance run out there at second base as Harris hustles all the way over there. A throwing error against Ellis, the shortstop there, that sent Harris into scoring position. First error for either team tonight. And here's Alec Blair. Pulls this one to first. Down to get it, Kelly. He'll trot over and end the inning. A little bit of excitement there, but nothing across. And we'll go to the 8th with the Sooners on top, 7-6.
Sports fans, the ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. Visit activate.espn.com to see if you have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
Oklahoma leads it 7-6. The big blow, a grand slam from shortstop Jackson Willits, as Oklahoma once trailed this game 6-1, but now on top. And the bullpen has been solid as well for Skip Johnson tonight. Xander Mercurius most recently pitched a 1-2-3 seventh inning. First 1-2-3 inning hurled by Oklahoma pitchers tonight. Oral Roberts has only one. We had the bottom half of the first inning. That was the only 1-2-3 frame prior to what Xander Mercurius did in the seventh. He's back out there to face Keaton Campbell, Hudson Ellis, and the leadoff man Will Edmondson here in the eighth. Keaton Campbell, I think, is going to be pinch hit for. He is. Cole Dudding is pinch hitting here in the number 8 spot. And Mercurius misses with the first two. So here's Dudding, native of Amarillo. Randall High School. Offers at that 92-mile-per-hour fastball. That one turned up a notch, 94 on that fastball.
What's so cool about Xander is he can get that velo from a 5'10 frame, and it's only going to get better.
Popped up behind the plate, and tough there, and what a play. Sliding basket catch by Dayton LaChance after running into the plate umpire, Matt McKendry. Thank you, sir. May I have this dance?
If this was Alec Blair, I'd call it an and one, but you're right. Full disclosure, just coming in, making the play. That's sweet.
And got his mask still.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice.
What a beautiful play.
The big man, Dayton LaChance, defending and homering tonight. One gone. Hudson Ellis, the shortstop now. Ellis has 2 walks. He's also flied to left. Xander Mercurius deals a strike. His brother LJ in the weekend rotation had a 9 strikeout performance against Missouri this past weekend. One and two. Check swing, foul ball. You can see the rain on the camera. It's picked up just a little bit. We were told there would be no rain. And you look at radar, you really don't see much, but here we have it. 1-2 pitch called, strike 3. First strikeout for Xander Mercurius. 2 down.
That's a breaking ball right at the knees. Incredible locations. Done a nice job mixing up pitches since he came in the 7th.
Back to the top for Will Edmondson, who's been on base 4 times for the Golden Eagles tonight. 2 singles and 2 walks. Xander Mercurius, the breaking pitch for a strike.
Would you call this a mist or a?
I'm going drizzle at this point. That's a good question, though. I'm not aware of complete meteorological terminology, being a sportscaster. But
we're calling that drizzle.
Drizzle's good or bad. Hot shot to third. Camden Johnson scampers to it. And another 1-2-3 inning. 6 up and 6 down for Xander Mercurius out of the bullpen. 7-6 Sooners headed to the last of the 8th.
Best conference tournament in all of college baseball.
Run straight for the breakaway.
Let's get to Hoover.
That's right. All the SEC schools will hit Hoover beginning on May the 19th. Here's a look at the standings coming in. Georgia on top. Texas A&M and Texas right there. And the Sooners are in a 5-way tie for 4th place in the league. Oklahoma will be at Auburn this weekend. Auburn right there as well at 10-8. Remember, the top 4 teams in the regular season get the double bye through the first 2 rounds of the SEC championship, and the top 8 will get at least an opening game bye. Take your pick. I mean, what a rugged league it is. You've got 8 SEC teams in the top 20 of the D1 baseball RPI today. Oklahoma being one of them with an RPI of 17. Cash Ferris is in. He is pitcher number 6 for the Golden Eagles tonight. Scheduled to face Kyle Branch, Connor Larkin, and then the leadoff man, Jackson Willits. Bunted by Branch and caught by Kane Yates, the catcher, trying to catch him by surprise. Interesting here, the walk-up music for Connor Larkin, and it's been the case all night, but it's Blame It on the Rain by Milli Vanilli. You a Milli Vanilli guy?
I would never have guessed that.
Well, and now we do have rain, actually. So sometimes irony can be pretty ironic. Milli Vanilli, Blame It on the Rain. Probably not even the best Milli Vanilli song, if there is one.
I'll be honest with you. I knew who Milli Vanilli was, never knew a single song. I'm going to go listen to
There you
him.
go.
Just
you
do
stick
my
around me,
homework
you'll
on.
learn things.
Yeah.
Many things you don't want to learn.
You had DJ aspirations
Well, I
growing up?
was very early in my broadcasting career. Now, it was country music that I was a DJ. No Milli Vanilli. Got to have standards.
Fair enough. Alan Jackson, George Strait.
Sure.
We could talk that all night.
3-0 here to Connor Larkin, trying to get things started for the Sooners in the 8th. He scored twice, had a base hit in the 5th, and then he scored on the grand slam by Jackson Willits. And he takes a 4-pitch walk. Pretty good fastball from Luke Williams, or from Cash Ferris, I beg your pardon, but 4 pitches out of the strike zone. And Larkin heads to first for the 3rd time tonight.
He's had a good night at the plate. That rollover ground ball in the 3rd kind of settled in nicely, gets a backside knock and a couple walks. I'd like to see him get some more at-bats.
Man of the moment for the Sooners. He of the grand slam in the 6th inning. And Jackson Willits takes a strike. He did not play in the first meeting between these teams because he was taking a game off celebrating the birth of his daughter, Gracie Kate. He and his wife, Abigail, took one game off, came right back into the lineup. And in his first at-bat with Gracie Kate at the ballpark, he drove in a run. Potential double play ball. Davis to Ellis for one. And the relay is in time. Inning over. We move to the ninth. Final chance for the Golden Eagles with the Sooners on top 7-6. Ninth inning coming your way from Kimry Family Stadium, and here's what's on tap for the Sooners. 3-game set at Auburn. What a series that's going to be. First time that the two teams have played on a campus. Yeah, they've been neutral site games the prior 7 games in the series. Then Oklahoma, a week from tonight, headed down to Frisco to take on Tim Tadlock's Red Raiders before the Sooners have their final home series in Norman against Florida a week after. Get to the Golden Eagles' upcoming schedule here in just a moment. Makani Tanaka leads things off here against Xander Mercurius. 6 up and 6 down out of the pen for Xander Mercurius tonight. Tanaka has struck out, walked, hit into a fielder's choice play, and flied to right. 0 for 3. Pulls this one, kind of squibbed off the bat cap toward Branch. 1 down in the ninth. Mentioned the Golden Eagles. They had that series completely wiped away at North Dakota State, so they get to make up at least one of those games. As North Dakota State will come to Tulsa this weekend, doubleheader on Friday, and then they'll play Saturday, Sunday. So they'll get 4 games, and then they're playing in Tulsa against Oklahoma State in the midweek next week. Little pop-up, shallow right. And diving out goes Branch to make the catch. Just sliding in front of Desan Harris, who's now in right field.
This is what is irreplaceable about Kyle Branch. Look at the range. This is probably, a 80-foot run to get to this ball. Calls off. Desan Harris makes the play for out number 2.
Haven't even had time to tell you about the defensive changes. You see one of them, though, as Harris is in right. Jason Walk has come on to play center, and the Sooners are 1 out away from a win, sweeping the season series from ORU. Martell Davis, the cleanup batter, going to try to keep it alive. ORU, they're just 1 big swing away from tying this thing up. Davis is 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Now he's down 0-2 against Xander Mercurius, who's trying to wipe this thing out and retire 9 batters in a row out of the bullpen and pick up a win. 0-2, just missed away.
3 sliders in the row. I wouldn't imagine he wouldn't go to anything else right here.
One, two, got him looking. Xander Mercurius out of Skip Johnson's bullpen and throws 9 straight outs. Oklahoma rallies from down 6-1. They get a grand slam from Jackson Willits and win it 7-6, Blake Brewster.
Yeah, can't ask enough from Xander Mercurius. Did a nice job coming out of the bullpen, setting the tone, just giving a solid foundation for the back half of this bullpen.
We're back to reset for you as Oklahoma wins 7-6. Xander Mercurius is still brimming with energy as he always seems to be, but what a performance by him. He comes on and gets 9 outs to finish it up for Oklahoma. The man of the night, though, is Jackson Willits. His grand slam gives Oklahoma the win, and he's standing by with Carly Murray.
Jackson, bottom of the 6th, 2 outs, bases loaded. You go up there and you hit the go-ahead grand slam. What were you looking for in that AB?
I mean, honestly, I was just looking for something out over the plate. They got me out on changeup the last at bat, and I knew they were going to go back to that pitch at some point. When runners in scoring position, you see something in the zone, you got to be aggressive. So I got an early changeup. I was aggressive with it, and the good Lord blessed me and put it over the fence for me.
And then Harris, Branch, and Larkin all having those gritty ABs before you get on. I mean, what did you see from those 3?
Yeah, I mean, those are 3 guys that have kind of been the epitome of what we are as a team. I mean, they haven't had, Kyle struggled a little bit, and the other 2 guys haven't had at-bats every single day. Larkin hasn't played in, probably a month. And he comes in and hangs 3 quality at-bats on the day. And, I mean, those guys to pass the baton, get it back to the top of the order, and just give me the chance to score some runs and do what I did to help the team win, it was great.
You mentioned Larkin. It's been a while since he's been in the game. And for him to have those professional ABs and really contribute to this win, what have you seen from the freshman?
Yeah, I mean, he did it all fall. He was confident in his approach. He knows he separates balls and strikes. He's really good at that. And then, I mean, you just see the line drive approach that he put on, 5th or 6th inning, just line drive into left center. I mean, he's going to put professional ABs on pitchers every day, and he's going to do it for a long time.
Thanks, Jax.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jackson, and thank you to Carly as well. Oklahoma rallies, getting the grand slam in the 6th from Jackson Willits, and they win it 7-6 over Oral Roberts. Thanks to Carly Murray down on the field. For my partner Blake Brewster, I'm Chad McKee, reminding you that all games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN and the SEC.